Welcome to Preparing the Emergency Fund Planning video. In this video, we'll describe the emergency fund planning. After going through this tutorial, you must be able to frame and construct an emergency fund plan. I hope you all will agree with me. Unforeseen and unfortunate events are involuntary actions that take place in one's life. None has a control on such incidents. Though we may not be able to escape from these bad situations, but definitely we can be prepared to face these circumstances. It could be any situation. You may lose your job suddenly without any prior notice. Your car can get damaged in an accident. There can be an unexpected medical emergency, or it could be a short circuit that could damage most of your household assets. In these situations, our biggest support to face the problem would be our emergency funds. To regain our original state, sufficient funds are required. So emergency funds allow an individual to make wise decisions. They help meet emergencies such as sudden loss in business, loss of job, or medical expenses. Now let's see emergency fund required for different age group people. As a good financial planner, every individual must reserve 3 to 6 months expenses in emergency fund. For a government employee, one should keep 3 months expenses in emergency fund. For retired people, annual expenses should be equal to the emergency fund. Now let's look at the steps that need to be taken care while planning for emergency funds. The emergency fund is planned systematically after considering the following points. A definite amount of budget is maintained as the emergency fund. This amount is deposited every month by the concerned individual in a separate account. The funds should be used only during emergency situations. The fund should be of high liquidity and easily accessible. Now, let's take a look at an example of saving $10,000 as an emergency fund in a span of 6 months. That will be equal to 183 days. The main goal is to save $10,000 to create an emergency fund in 6 months. To achieve this goal, we have to divide into sub-goals. Let's divide the main goal into 3 sub-goals. First sub-goal is to create a workable plan. Second one is to save $5,000 in 3 months. And the third one is to save another $5,000 by the end of the 6th month. To achieve these sub-goals, we take care of certain tasks. Let's look at them in detail next. So in hand we have 183 days. 17 out of 183 days is used to create a workable plan. To create a workable plan, you must undertake certain tasks such as read and research online ways to save money, create a list of things to do to save money, track current expenses, decide to cut back unnecessary expenses. After creating a plan, now let's see how to execute it. Next, we focus on to save $5,000 in 3 months. To achieve this goal, you should open and create a savings account, set up an automatic transfer of X percentage of paycheck to saving account, take up more work to earn more income and track the progress of planning on a weekly basis. Finally, we are left with 74 days more. During this time, you should following these things to achieve your main goal. Sell things that are no longer in use. Stop using credit cards. Trim monthly expenses. Wait for better deals for major purchases. Track how much money can you save on weekly basis. By strictly following these tasks, one create 10,000 emergency fund in 6 months, which can be helpful during emergencies. The summary of the tutorial on preparing emergency fund planning has been put on the screen. I'll pause for a few seconds to allow you to read it. As now you have understood the importance of emergency fund, so start to plan and save from today to face tomorrow's emergencies. Thank you for watching the video.